Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another Instant Deck Tech. Today we're heading to Modern to check out a super sweet Esper list featuring Zur the Enchanter. This is Esper Zur. This build recently took Lance Austin to a top 8 finish at the SCG Modern Classic in Orlando, so congrats to Lance on his finish with the deck. A quick reminder before we break it all down, if you enjoy this deck and want to see it made into videos, take a minute, click the like button, the subscribe button, leave a comment, anything you can do to support your deck, because whichever is most popular gets a shot at being made into videos next week. So let's talk Esper Zur. Of course, the namesake card, Zur the Enchanter, a 4-mana 1/4 with flying, that has an ability where whenever it attacks, you get to search your library for an enchantment with converted mana cost 3 or less and put it on the battlefield. So it's pretty powerful. Anything that can search something out of your deck and put it directly on the battlefield has the potential to be broken. This deck is kind of unique though. I've seen Zur lists before, and some of them go really wacky and deep, playing a bunch of random enchantments with fringe applications. This one's pretty streamlined. So what are you searching up with Zur? Well, Spreading Seas draws you a card, deals with an opposing creature land, a Tron land, an Eldrazi temple. Detention Sphere can get rid of basically any permanent. One of the cool tricks about the deck is Zur triggers when it attacks, not when it deals damage. So if your opponent has a flying blocker, you can attack with Zur, search out your Detention Sphere, use it to kill the flying blocker and still get in the damage, get rid of the blocker. Ghostly Prison for some defense, and Steal the Godhead is a really sweet one. If you enchant a creature that is both white and blue, it gives it +2/+2 lifelink and unblockable. So of course you can put this on Zur, but the real payoff is putting it on Geist of St. Traft. So this is actually kind of a Esper tempo deck hidden within the Zur the Enchanter package. So one of the big payoffs is you get the Geist, you get the Zur, you attack with Zur, make your Geist of St. Traft a 4/4 unblockable lifelinking hexproof creature that's attacking for 8 because it's making the Angel, and just close out the game really quickly. Like I said before, you can also get the Detention Spheres to clear the pathway for Geist of St. Traft, so some really good synergy there. Jace, pretty much just for value, and then Lingering Souls is the other way of winning the game. Make a whole bunch of tokens, attack in the air. The deck has a really evasive clock, and then it's backed up by tempo/disruption, so you get Inquisition of Kozilek and Thoughtseize for discard. Make sure your opponent doesn't have anything that's going to kill your creatures, get rid of their counter spells, get rid of their best threats. Path to Exile, another removal spell that just kills anything, and then 2 negates in the main deck. As far as the mana base, the 2 most interesting lands are Ajano Castle, which can prevent damage to your Geist of St. Traft or your Zur the Enchanter, and then Creeping Tar Pit becomes an unblockable threat in its own right. Otherwise, a bunch of fetch lands, a bunch of fetchable lands, Darkslick Shores, River of Tears, some basics. In the sideboard, another one of the payoffs for this deck is you get to play some of the best sideboard cards in all of Modern. White has such good sideboard cards, but not only do you get to play them, you also get to tutor them out with your Zur. So Rest in Peace, great graveyard removal, can be found with Zur. Stony Silence shuts down artifacts, tutor it up with Zur. Another Steal the Godhead to gain you some more life. And then a Leyline of Sanctity and a Knight of Soul's Betrayal. Since these cost 4, you can't find them with Zur, but they're still really powerful. Leyline shuts down burn decks. Knight of Soul's Betrayal helps against little creature decks that are going wide. And then for aggro decks, you have Timely Reinforcements to gain you back some life, make some tokens, and Engineered Explosives to kill pretty much any cheap thing you need in the format. So that is Esper Zur, a unique take on kind of an Esper tempo deck in Modern. It looks pretty sweet. Anyway, that's been our Instant Deck Tech for today. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed Esper Zur, and I will talk to you soon.